Hello my dudes and welcome back to Minecolonies Shogun style. Now this is the big episode. Last episode of course we finished the onsen, thanks to Daenestra, and that is a really cool building. But this episode, what we're looking at is completing the walls around the lower city. We made a great start on the walls around the lower city, but until we get those completed, I'm going to have a difficult time visualizing where we can put things. So we're going to do all of the walls in one massive go. It's going to be a massive undertaking, but let's do it. Okay, so this took me a colossal amount of time. There is so much deep slate used here, and I couldn't get this much deep slate without the magic of XY craft. The first thing we had to do was get rid of these trees. So yeah, here's a before and after of that. And with the trees gone, you can see actually I don't think there's as much space up here as there was in the upper city. So we'll have to make this area count or even expand further. But yeah, slowly, bit by bit, we went around the edge of the entire plateau we have up here and filled in these amazing Shogun-style walls. They connect together really well, and there's loads of customization options for having them slant upwards along hills so you can obey the lines of the landscape pretty well. But as you can see, yeah, the finished product, and here's a look of the upper city and all of the area we have with that. And comparing it to the lower city, I actually think we have less space over here in the lower city. So we're going to have to make it count because we've still got a fair few buildings to build. We've also got to get all the extra guard towers we put down along the walls to capture more boundary. We need to get some guards in those, but also we're going to need some gates over here too. Man, there's so much to do. It never ends with Minecolonies. It's one of the biggest, most expansive mods there is. So there we go, my dudes. Oh man, this was a colossal effort, but we've finally done it. And now let's get in game and work out what building is going to be the next one we build. Now there's a couple of things to consider. We need to imagine... What? Now there's a couple of things to consider. We need to imagine which is going to be the best building to build next. And you know what? We kind of do need a mechanics hut so we can get the gate blocks that are used in a lot of the gates we have. Also, some of the builds at later levels do need some gates, and it's the one thing that only a minecolonist can make. Everything else that you make in the sawmill, or the stonemason, or whatever, all of those things can be made manually if you have time, but the mechanic is required for those gates. So I think the mechanics hut is going to be a good one to do. Man, there's a lot of space out here. We're going to have to build a lot of retaining walls, luckily enough. Retaining walls are like one of my favorite things to build. Jokes. Now you might see an icon on my hotbar that you don't know what it is, and that is the clipboard. This is from, I'm not sure which mod this is from. Which mod is it from? Bibliocraft Legacy, but it's an easy craft. Some feathers, some ink, some paper, and some pressure plates will get you one of these. But I decided to make a clipboard because I wanted to order in my head. I wanted to list off all of the buildings we still need to build, because in my head, there weren't actually that many left, but, well, let's open this up because when I started writing these down, yeah, there's a lot of buildings we haven't built yet. The stonemason, the stone smelter, mechanic, sifter, nethermine, fletcher, flower shop, cookery, bakery. Oh my god, 1 page, 2 pages, and then 3 pages, not forgetting, of course, the fisherman's hut. So we've got a lot of buildings to build, and actually, I don't know if we've got enough room to do it, but we're going to give it a go, and if we do run out of room, we can always just make the walls bigger. You know, no loss. We can find a place to expand. Oh, in fact, there's one building I've forgotten on this list again. That's the plantation. There we go. That's one of the most important things we'll need to build as well, because we do need the cactus from there too. Okay, so the mechanics hut. Let's go home, have a sleep, and see if we can build a mechanic's hut and find a place to put this down. So here we go, let's take a look. The mechanic's hut. I hope we can actually build this because, oh yeah, oh my god. So we're missing the research for this. It's a simple craft, redstone, wood, and a build tool, but we do need to do some research. Let's head over to the university, and yeah, we can queue up a few researchers. Looks like our guards have equipped some chainmail. Rory Bear over here, he's got a chest piece. He's got a chainmail chest piece, and obviously a samurai sword, but he hasn't actually got any pants. What's up, Rory Bear? Do you not want to wear armor on your Johnson? Do you want to protect it from the hordes? Well, you know, you should probably rethink that. But if Rory Bear wants to dance with death, then let him by all means take her to the prom. So we're going to go over here to the university and see what research we can do. The mechanic is the most important thing, but there's probably a bunch of other stuff that we're going to need to do to get some of these buildings. So let's take a look. So if we want to get some sieving done, we are going to need a sifter's hut. So getting a fisherman's hut is actually quite important because a sifter is pretty useful. Likewise, to get a stone smeltery, we need a stonemason, so we want to build one of those. But where is the mechanic's hut? Here it is right down here, what you need. If we can get 64 redstone, which shouldn't be a problem, we've got the blacksmith to level 3 now, so we can get the mechanic's hut. But what else shall we do? For 128 iron, we can research skills, which is citizen block play speed. That's going to be really good for our builder. And it's only going to cost us 128 iron ingots, which we have loads of. So there's that, the redstone, and strong, which gives us tool durability. That's going to be really good. It's going to cost us 8 diamonds, but I think we have that. I'd like to do vein miner. That's pretty good. But to get these ores that it's requesting, we need to do one of two things. We can either get a silk touch pickaxe. That's a bit of a faff. We could do it. It's not too hard, actually. But I want to do it the Minecolonies way, which means we need to get the miner actually mining. Now, we haven't configured the miner, so yeah, that's probably a good chance to go in and see what he needs. The miner is probably the biggest hut that you want automated. You need to make sure that your entire colony can make everything the miner needs, because once he has that, he can just mine forever and keep on setting up those mine shafts. So here we go. How's it going, Lady Bobo Head? And is that Icky Vicky? Yeah, she's very feeble, but that makes sense because she's a researcher. And those guys probably don't do much gym work, although I've never met like a super ripped researcher. Can you imagine like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a lab, in a white lab coat? That'd be pretty wild. Anyway, research, technology, and I think we should have everything we need. Yeah, here we go. So we'll go for strong, what you need for the mechanic, and skills to speed up our builder. That's 3 of 3, but we can definitely do some work now to also move towards getting the extra research. So we can't do mechanic, that is off the books for this episode because yeah, we've got to wait for that research, and level 2 takes, I think, roughly about an hour. But yeah, we were going to configure the miner, so let's go and see what the miner needs. Basically what you do is, you come over here, find out what the miner needs, then you go back to the sawmill and give them what they need. You can usually get a good idea of what the miner's looking for, because yeah, they're going to make mine shafts based on, well, yeah, what their mine is made of. So it looks like this is mostly bamboo, oh that's a tough one, stripped oak log, stripped dark oak log, and of course these ladders, probably some torches as well. So we're going to go over to the sawmill and make sure the sawmill dude knows how to make those. So here we go. Now I've probably actually queued up most of these. In the cutter we've got dark oak planks, spruce planks, stripped dark oak logs. So yeah, that's already in position. But we need to go over to regular logs to see if we can teach ladders. So we only want a stick for ladders. I'm not sure if the recipe's changed or not. Honestly, it feels like every single Minecraft version, the recipe for ladders changes. So fingers crossed it hasn't done that. Oh no, yeah, look at this. It's pure sticks, no planks in this one. So we'll teach you that recipe. But also I have a suspicion that we can teach the architect, no open requests, but I think we can teach this guy some bamboo recipes. So we'll put input 1 to bamboo. And I think it might be planks. And there we go, that's bamboo. In fact, wow, so the sawmill worker, the carpenter, has already come over here to make something. What did you make? But that's good news. Yeah, the sawmill is all configured now. Another thing that I did forget to do last episode, or even the episode before it, is when we set up the blacksmith, we made weapons and armor for the guards, but we totally forgot tools for our dudes. So taking care of those is going to be a big priority. Let's go over here, crafting recipes. And yeah, we got up to 50, so we can get away with making a few of these. Now, axes are very important. We'll give them stone, but again, you got to be careful. We don't want to give them like dark stone recipes. So in a lot of ways, it's better just to make the recipes yourself rather than drag from not enough items. So if we go for cobblestone, let me just put that here. And stick. And there we go, there's a hoe. There's an axe. There's a shovel. And there's a pickaxe. That's great news, but obviously we want to give this guy room to make some of the sweeter iron tools as well, like iron ingots. Oh yeah, get these in there. It's worth teaching your dudes like a range of quality of tools because yeah, some of your towers are not going to be high enough level to use iron tools yet, so they want stone. Some of them can probably go all the way to diamond, but we don't want to waste diamonds yet because yeah, we've got precious few. And of course, something very important to make is shears. All kinds of colonists use shears, shepherds, even foresters, because yeah, they use shears on leaves. Bit weird, but yeah. And I think that's about it for the blacksmith. Obviously, we can come back here whenever we need to do more stuff and give him more recipes, but yeah, that should be good. Now, it is still super deadly over here in the lower city because yeah, we haven't actually got enough diamonds now to make more mega torches. We're going to have to save up on diamonds, maybe go exploring to grab some because yeah. This area is a hotbed. In fact, I can probably hear underground skeletons trying to creep their way up. Now, while we're over here in the lower city, let's walk around and take stock because yeah, there was one building, this bad boy over here. Now, I dug out all the trees around this area and put down all these walls. It took forever, but I restrained myself. I thought, you know what, I'll take a look inside this building when we're filming the episode. So the time is now. Let's have a cheeky little poke around this little hut, see what's going on in here. I'm not entirely sure what most of these generated structures are from. I mean, there's all kinds of mods in all the mods 10, so there could be anything in here. Ah, I see what this is. So this is really like a top marker for a dungeon that goes down far, far, far below the actual tower. So the tower is here, there's a staircase that goes a long way underground, and that actually means there's a dungeon down there. Now these dungeons have been in like a few, oh, I got any torches? Yeah, there we go. These dungeons have been in like a few versions of all the mods 10, so I kind of know what's down here. But real talk, it's nothing too scary, but it's also nothing... Oh God, oh no! Oh, you cheeky son of a gun. That spooked the hell out of me. Oh my God, okay. Sword at the ready, that could happen again. But yeah, these dungeons are kind of basic. The loot you'll find down here, it won't be incredible, but what we might find down here, if we're lucky, are a few diamonds. So let's have a poke around because getting some mega torches would be good. We've got the tool to dig through these iron bars. We're going to rush through and we're going to focus on smashing the spawners first. If we can take care of the spawners, we'll, you know, make things much easier for ourselves. But let's deal with these dudes and take a look in some chests. So there's not a huge amount of loot down here, and it's actually kind of disappointing. However, block of redstone, I won't say no to that. But yeah, we'll leave the dungeon to it because we've got buildings to build. This isn't Minecolonies, but it's worth remembering this is here because yeah, we could get some lucky loot down here if we play our cards right. Now speaking of gold, actually, I've got loads of gold bars. I think Daenestra gave me those. She went mining after she finished the onsen. Oh God, where's the way out? There it is, I think I broke through there. So let's go and hire some new dudes. Here we go, let's take a look around. So, oh man, I'm seeing a lot of cool names. We got Leanne Dragon. We'll get you in for, oh my God, Leanne, you filthy thug. I bet she was Accuser. She ran away with our stuff, but that's okay because Lyra McGill is also over here. Only 25 gold as well. Thank you, Lyra. We've got Quipples Nebsu. How's it going? 42. A bit expensive, but well worth it. Icky Vicky Shadow Fox. Another Icky Vicky, but we don't have a Shadow Fox, so we've got a Shadow Fox now. And I think that's it. I'm not seeing any kind of... Oh no, there's someone upstairs. Over there. Let's go and see who they are. It's Beros. Beros the Sjin fan. Okay, the second Sjin fan that we are recruiting to the colony. But yeah, that's a... Wait, I don't have enough items. Oh my god, we go through so much gold trying to get these dudes in. Well, I'm going to have to do another run. I'm going to have to get stacks and stacks and stacks of gold. So the one big building I really do want to build, this has kind of been on my mind for a while. It's the partner building for the carpenter, the sawmill, and it's a very important building indeed. We're going to be building today the stonemason's hut. Here we go. It's a very simple craft. We've got the materials for it, but we are going to need to find a space. Now, I mentioned before that I wanted to kind of put this next to the sawmill. I think that could work out. So we're going to go down to the lower city and see how this looks. Yeah, here we go. So, oh man, you can see, look at all this area we've captured now. We've got loads of room to work with. We just need the patience, the time, and the buildings. So I think I want to try and put the stonemason's hut here. Let's see what this looks like. It should be in craftsmanship, in masonry, and it's the stonemason. Yeah, do you know what? This looks really cool. It's really discreet, but is this the bottom? Oh, whoa, hang on a sec. Whoa, what's this? Wait, hang on a sec. This is the stonemason. This looks more like a guard tower. Oh, it's got a guard tower. Wait, what? Did I build the right thing? It is a stonemason. Well, okay. Maybe it looks better at level 3. Let's take a look. Wow, yeah, okay, at level 3 it does look a lot cooler. And it looks like it's actually much bigger than we've given it kind of room for. Oh my god, yeah. So, okay, what about level 5? I don't usually do this, but let's take a look at this thing at level 5. Whoa, okay, the stonemason looks seriously impressive at level 5. That's massive. What I do want to do, though, is... we mentioned the river last time that goes by the sawmill. I want that to come around, build a bridge there over the river. It'll come around the back of the stonemason here and connect up to this river that's part of the blacksmith. And as you can see, yeah, the blacksmith at level 5 also looks like a real beast. So we'll move this over this way. We can manipulate the landscape a bit. We'll give it some room for some trees in between. And obviously we can make the retaining wall come out a bit further. That won't be a problem. But yeah, I do think this is the perfect spot for our stonemason. So we'll bring it back down to level 1, have a sleep, and let's get building. So the stonemason's hut, a little bit of digging and preparation required for this, but what's really cool is now we do have the blacksmith's hut in position. Anytime a builder runs out of tools, they can always request new ones, and we have the materials to give them exactly that. The build's a bit of a weird one, and it does look more like a guard tower than a stonemason at level 1, which is exactly why I would actually like to get this building from levels 1 all the way to 3. But we'll get there when we do. Now, the stonemason is exactly like the sawmill in that it creates items for your colonists based around stone. Basically, anything that uses stone as like its main component is probably made here. So that means all kinds of variations of cobblestone, for example, cobblestone slabs, cobblestone stairs, they're going to be made at the stonemason. But also things like polished andesite stairs and polished deep slate stairs. Like I said, anything that revolves around stone is probably made here. And here we go, as it completes at level 1, it's looking pretty good, but the builder's hut is reasonably close by and we do have the materials, so let's get this thing all the way up to level 2, and then finally up to level 3. Looking really good. Okay, time to find out who is going to become our stonemason. Okay, fantastic, there it is, the stonemason's hut. That means we can go into the clipboard, find the stonemason, and yeah, here we go. We'll tick it off the list. It was top of the list anyway, because I did really want to do it. But there we go. Now, it's got a guard tower down here. It's a pretty primitive one. I'm not really sure why. I mean, why put a guard tower in the stonemason? I mean, I won't argue with it because it's always good to have more guards, so we might as well get this to level 1. Shouldn't be too hard. Birch fence, torch, yellow bed. Yeah, for sure. We'll put Sakura on this because she just finished this building. Yeah, that'll get done in no time at all. But the big question now is, who are we going to hire to be a stonemason? Who's going to hold back the electric car? Who's going to make Steve Gutenberg a star? Yeah, that's right. Bit of a Simpsons reference there, but yeah. And we've got some dudes with some decent stats. We've only got 3 guys, the 3 guys we just hired, but it looks like Quipples has really good creativity. He's also quite dexterous, so I reckon, yeah, it's going to be Quipples. Let's bring him over and see what a stonemason looks like. Oh, whoa, okay, finally a craftsman with a new look. A pretty cool looking brown and beige kimono. So yeah, they're not that interested because they haven't got any recipes at the moment, but this is the perfect chance to also plow a lot of recipes in here. Now this is exactly the same as the sawmill. It's just it uses stone instead of wood, and that's why you're going to want to come over here and maybe find cobblestone extra. Bam, that's a good one to begin with, and we'll teach all of those. We're also going to do the same for diorite. Polished diorite, why not? Might need a few of those. We'll do the same for deep slate. Because you've got a whole bunch of deep slate recipes. This also includes the deep slate posts that are actually all around our guard walls. You can see down there the ones below the birch fence. So that's a really good recipe to add here. Also, likewise, we want to learn the recipe for those panels on the side. We've built a lot of walls, and maybe we've built them all, but it's always good just in case to add those recipes over here. So yeah, the list really does go on and on for all the things we're going to want to add over here. For example, andesite, might as well do that. But yeah, we'll come back as and when the stonemason needs the recipes. We'll queue them up in here because at the moment, yeah, there's nothing being requested. Yeah, take a look over here, no open requests. But what will be really good is if we can get to a point on the colony where we can build our buildings completely automated. We have a building in the colony for absolutely everything we need to make a building in Minecolonies. That'll be a really cool moment, especially if we can get that building all the way up to level 5. That'd be amazing. Now, of course, yeah, this area does look really rough around the edges. You see those retaining walls we have over there? Those are epic and amazing. But what we really need to do is expand those, stretch them out over along here so we give ourselves a bit more room to work with and the area looks nice. Because at the moment, yeah, it just looks so haphazard. I'd love to start putting trees down here as well. There's a lot of room for trees. But there we go, the stonemason's hut is complete. It's a big, big moment. A big fan of this building. So we're kind of locked in at the moment. We've got a few more researches we can do now that we've just unlocked the stonemason at level 3. But what we're really waiting for is the mechanic. With the mechanic in place, we can get the gates upgraded, and that's going to be a really huge moment. Now, also, what else is going on around the colony? We'll take away the other clipboard, and oh my god, did that say 65? Yeah, we have a lot of requests going on over here. Our guys need a lot of stuff. Now, I realize now why Rory Bear was only wearing 1 piece of iron, and that's because we don't actually have much iron at all in our warehouse. In fact, even if the miner did get some iron from underground, we don't have a smeltery. So the colonists can't make iron ingots. That's why we're going to come over here and we're going to see if we can make a massive injection, oh yeah, of all of these iron ingots into the warehouse. This is going to kickstart tool production, armor production, and make things much, much more possible around the colony. Also, we're going to grab some cobblestone and things from these Zycraft bins and put those into the warehouse as well, because that's going to speed things up massively. In fact, we don't even really need to go to the warehouse. We can just use the stash. If we put all of these iron ingots into the stash, they're just going to get straight injected into the warehouse. In fact, here comes Sakura? Yeah, Sakura Fista over here to drain that stash of all those iron ingots. Oh man, amazing. So we can do the same with a few stacks of each from these bins over here. Grab some cobbled deep slate, because why not? We want some cobble too. And anything else? Anything else important here? Maybe some regular stone. That could come in handy. we'll just inject a whole bunch of these into the warehouse, and that'll keep us going for a while. Now also, yeah, there is still one building, only one building up here that is still level 2, and it's the warehouse. We're absolutely going to have to get this built up to level 3. It doesn't hold us back from any research, but we are going to need more space because, as you can see, those racks really are filling up. So I'm going to grab the materials, and maybe we can start next episode with a bit of a time lapse for the warehouse getting to level 3. But, oh man, as the sun sets, and it is going down, I think. Oh, there we go, research done. But as the sun sets on the colony, yeah, I reckon it's time to go back to the tavern, say hello to Kaito, and yeah, grab ourselves a drink. Oh man, what a day. How's it going, Kaito? You doing okay?
I think I'm okay, but some Yakuza have been spotted in the colony.
The Yakuza have moved in? What are you talking about?
Well, I think it might have something to do with you opening a Yakuza-friendly onsen.
Oh man, I had no idea. I didn't actually think we had any Yakuza in the colony. That's a weird thing. Well, anyway, I guess we'll check that out next episode because, yeah, it's a bit late and I want to go to bed. But a massive thank you for watching, my dudes. Oh yeah, Kaito, have you got a haiku to celebrate us completing the lower city walls?
Stone walls hold their ground. Space lingers, silent, unused. Echoes seek their place.
That is a beautiful haiku. Well, a massive thank you for watching, my dudes. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. And until next episode of Minecolonies Shogun, take care.